Hello, my dear children. Children, in the class today, we'll take up the last article of electrostatics and last article of chapter capacitor. That is effect of dielectric. Well, we'll recapitulate the effect of dielectric, but what are we going to deliberate today is the reason behind that effect. In the process, we'll come to know very important expressions of induced charge, induced surface charge density and induced electric field. We'll also come to know as to why electric field inside the metal placed in electric field is always zero. So children, what is effect of dielectric, which we know? See, if F is the force over any charge in free space F naught, then force in the medium is F naught upon K. That means force in medium or say dielectric is less than force in free space, and force in medium is lesser by factor 1 upon K. That means force in medium is in free space is F naught, then force in medium is lesser by factor 1 upon K. This is the effect we know already. Likewise here, if E naught happens to be electric field due to any charge, line charge, surface charge, volume charge, E naught happens to be the electric field in free space, then what is electric field in the medium? Electric field in the medium is electric field in the free space upon K. That means electric field in the medium is less than electric field in the free space, and electric field is lesser by factor again 1 upon K. Same is the effect with electric potential. Electric potential because of any charge or charge distribution. In free space it is V naught, then in the medium it is what? V naught by K. That is electric potential in the medium is less than electric potential in the free space, and it is also lesser by factor 1 upon K. For capacitance of conductor or capacitor, well, if C naught happens to be the capacitance in free space, then what is the effect of dielectric? Due to dielectric, the capacitance increases by factor K. That is, capacitance C naught increases by factor K. It doesn't decrease, it in fact increases. Well, for energy, well, if energy of any conductor or capacitor in free space is U naught, then in the medium energy is lesser by factor 1 upon K. So all these effects we know, and what are we going to study then? We are going to study what is the reason behind this effect. Children, let us understand the effect of dielectric with the help of capacitor. These are two plates of parallel plate capacitor, and the capacitor is charged. This plate has charge Q naught, Q plus Q. This plate has charge minus Q. And what is there in between the two plates? In between the two plates of capacitor, there is a uniform electric field, E naught. Well, we know the expression of this E naught. It is sigma upon epsilon naught. So E naught is the electric field in between the plates of capacitor when there is no medium. It is free space, vacuum or air. Now, if this medium is replaced by, if this space is replaced by dielectric. When we say dielectric, by default dielectric means non-metal, bad conductors. So when we replace this medium by a bad conductor, what happens? The whole space is filled like this. These are the molecules of dielectric, that is the bad conductor. And what is the status of the molecules of a bad conductor? Well, the status of a molecule of a bad conductor is what? They are non-polar. Every molecule of bad conductor has positive and negative charges in it, and these positive and negative charge centers, they overlap. Overlap means they lie one above each other. So these positive and negative charge centers overlap. This is positive charge center of molecule of a dielectric. This is negative charge center. They lie one above another. That way they neutralize each other, and the molecule as a whole is what? Electrically neutral, and we call such molecules as non-polar. So this is the status of each and every molecule of a dielectric. But what happens when the dielectric is placed in this space, in between the two plates like this? Each and every molecule is subjected to electric field E naught, that is uniform electric field E naught, say towards right. Now what will happen? If the molecule, this neutral molecule is placed in electric field E naught, what will happen? This positive charge, we know every positive charge in an electric field always experiences force in the direction parallel to electric field. Therefore, this positive charge will experience force towards right, and force over negative charge is opposite of the field. So force over this negative charge will be towards left. And because of these forces acting over positive and negative charge centers, what happens? These positive and negative charge centers move within the molecule. They shift. The positive charge center shifts towards right, negative charge center shifts towards left. And because of this shifting, what happens? The molecule which was non-polar now becomes a polar molecule. And the phenomenon, this phenomenon is what is called as electric polarization. How can we define this electric polarization? Under the influence of external electric field, positive charge and negative charge centers of a neutral molecule, they move towards the extreme ends of the molecules. They do not leave the molecule, they are bound with the molecule, but they shift within the molecule over the extreme ends. And this phenomenon is what is called as electric polarization. The shifting of positive and negative charge centers over extremes or extreme end of a molecule is what is called as electric polarization. And what happens as the result of electric polarization? Every molecule of dielectric which was non-polar becomes a polar molecule. So the influence of electric field which is subjected over this dielectric is what? Every non-polar molecule is converted into polar molecules. And what happens when molecule becomes polar? Now what happens when each and every molecule of dielectric becomes a polar molecule? For that, let us look at this diagram. These are the molecules of solid. I have made just 4 layers of molecules. Practically there are infinite layers of molecules. Well, in this molecule, left side we have what? Negative charge in the very first layer, and right side we have what? Positive charge. In the second layer, again the same thing occurs. In second layer, left side we have what? Layer of positive charge, negative charge. Right side we have positive charge. So every molecule, in every molecule we have negative charge over the left end, and over the right extreme we have positive charge. This is the state. Same status is with each and every molecule. Each and every molecule is in this state. Now what happens because of this? See, this positive charge, if you look at the molecules in the very first layer, the positive charge of all the molecules in the very first layer, the positive charge of all the molecules in the very first layer, it comes very close to the negative charge of the molecules of the solid in the second layer. So this positive charge of the molecules in the very first layers, that is towards right, and left side negative charge of the molecules in the second layer, they neutralize each other. They cancel each other. This positive neutralizes this negative. And this process continues. This positive charge of, say, the second layer molecule and third layer negative charge, third layer molecules negative charge, they neutralize each other. So this way, all the charges inside, they neutralize each other. If you look at these charges from this side, say this is positive charge, but this negative charge is neutralized by the positive charge of the molecules of the next layer. So from this side or from this side, from whichever side you see, you will find out the same thing. And what is that? All the charges inside, they neutralize each other. And what are we finally left with? We are finally left with negative charge over this surface and positive charge over this surface. So negative charge of the molecules in the first layer towards left, they are left, and positive charge over the right surface, the last layer of the molecules, right side, this positive charge is left. So all the charges inside, they neutralize each other, and we are left with negative charge this way and positive charge here. This negative charge Q dash, this is positive charge Q dash, we call them as induced surface charge. And these induced surface charges create induced electric field. and direction of induced field is as usual from positive to negative. So this is E dash. The direction of E dash is from positive to negative, positive to negative, positive to negative, and this induced field E dash is very clearly obvious here. It is in the direction opposite of E naught. So E dash is the field which is induced inside the substance because of these induced charges is towards left, and the electric field it is placed in is towards right. So what is electric field here in the medium? Electric field in the medium is going to be vector sum of E naught and E dash, and since they are antiparallel vector, therefore vector sum is going to be their simple difference. So what is electric field? E inside the material. Electric field E inside the material is E naught minus E dash. E dash is never zero. It may be small, but it is never zero. And E dash practically is always less than E naught, or it may be equal to. It may be equal to in only one case, that is metal. So since E dash is never zero, therefore E is always going to be less than E naught. This is what is the effect of dielectric. So what is electric field in the medium? Electric field in the medium is less than the electric field in the free space where the substance is placed. So net electric field in the medium is less. Now what is E dash? This E dash is going to be E naught minus E. This E dash is equal to E naught minus E. We already know what is E naught. Sigma upon epsilon naught. We know E is what? E is sigma upon epsilon naught K, that is E naught by K. We know this expression also. What is E dash? E dash is of course induced surface charge density upon permittivity of free space, and if we substitute all these values here, what do we get? Let us first of all substitute E as E naught by K. So if we write E as E naught, this is E naught, this is E naught by K, we take E naught as common, what do we get? We get E dash is equal to, E naught in bracket 1 minus 1 upon K. This is the expression of induced electric field. Well, this induced electric field is induced surface charge density upon epsilon naught. This E naught is sigma upon epsilon naught minus 1 upon K. You can see that epsilon naught cancels out. What do we get? Sigma dash is equal to sigma times 1 minus 1 upon K. This is the formula for induced surface charge density. And this induced surface charge density can be written as induced surface charge upon area. This is charge upon area. This A cancels out. What do we get? Q dash. We get Q dash as Q in bracket 1 minus 1 upon K. This is the formula for induced charge. Induced charge. Remember, induced charge is always of opposite nature. If this is positive charge, induced surface charge is what? Negative. This is negative charge, induced charge is what? Positive. Electric field, induced electric field is always in opposite direction. Induced surface charge density is also of opposite nature. Well, for metal, value of K, let us understand the effect of metal. For metal, K is infinite. Dielectric constant of metal is infinite. And if we substitute here, K is equal to infinite, what is that? E dash. This E dash is going to be E naught. Why E dash is going to be E naught? Because K is infinite and 1 upon infinite is 0. That means E dash is equal to E. That means inside the metal, induced field is exactly same as the field in which the metal is placed. That is why net field inside the metal, when placed in electric field is 0. Remember, this net field inside the metal is 0. Well, what is induced surface charge density? Induced surface charge density is also going to be the surface charge density over the plates, nearby plates. That is induced surface charge density here is going to be same as this, but of course of opposite nature. 1 upon K is as usual 0, as K is infinite. Well, here for induced charges Q dash, and if we substitute K here as infinite, 1 upon infinite is what? 0. That is Q dash is equal to Q. This is induced surface charge. So over metal, exactly same magnitude of charges of opposite nature are induced. Well, children, we have just understood the reason behind the effect of dielectric. We have understood that electric field is less than, in the medium is less than electric field in free space. Electric field is what? Force acting over unit charge. So force per unit charge decreases by factor 1 upon K, or it becomes lesser than the force in the free space. Since force per unit charge decreases, therefore force itself also decreases by the same factor. This electric field intensity is also called as electric potential gradient. When electric field intensity decreases, electric potential gradient also decreases. So electric potential gradient when decreases, electric potential also decreases. So electric potential in the medium is also less than electric potential in the free space. Well, Q is equal to CV. Well, when there is free space, the capacitance is C0, potential difference between the plate is V0. Now, as we place this dielectric, remember this is charge capacitor and it is isolated. This is charge isolated capacitor. So, when we place dielectric, what happens? The value of charge remains unaffected. Value of charge remains unaffected. When we place dielectric in between the two plates of capacitor, value of charge remains unaffected. But what happens? We have just understood that V0 decreases by factor 1 upon K. It decreases by factor 1 upon K, it decreases to this value, that is V by K. When charge remains same, this value decreases by factor K, that means this C0 has to increase by factor K. Otherwise charge cannot remain constant. So what happens? The capacitance in the medium becomes K times C0. So why is capacitance increasing? That also we have understood. So that was in brief the effect of dielectric in electric field. So with this we come to the end of today's class. Thank you very much and God bless you all.